guys, welcome to our channel once again. So today we shall discuss about quadratic equations. What quadratic equations are, how to find out the sign of the roots, the sign conventions, when two equations are given, how to find out the relation between x and y. These questions are asked in every IBPS RRB questions. So we will discuss two previous question papers 2018 and 19 in two parts. So first, what is a quadratic equation? So quadratic equation came from or it is derived from a Latin word quadratus, meaning square. Quadratic equation is derived from quadratus, meaning square. This is a Latin word. So the basic form or the standard form of a quadratic equation is given by ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where x is a unknown term. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where x is a unknown term or variable and a, b, c are constants or coefficients of x. So the equation must be ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Okay, that is a condition. So the equation ax square plus bx plus c should be equal to 0 and a is not equal to 0. What happens if a is equal to 0? When a is equal to 0, that means this x square term gets cancelled and it becomes bx plus c equal to 0. That becomes a linear equation. So sometimes in quadratic equation sessions, linear equations are also given and we have to find out the relation between x and y. Now, it is seen that the basic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and a, b, c are constants where a is not equal to 0. So the first form ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now here both the signs of b and c are positive. The next form is ax square minus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, the sign of b becomes negative. Next, ax square minus bx minus c is equal to 0. Here both a and c signs are negative. Then ax square plus bx minus c is equal to 0. These are the four forms of equations where the signs of b and c change. So we have plus plus, minus plus, minus minus and plus minus. So now we have to find how the signs of the roots are determined by just seeing the equation. We have to find out how the signs of the root, that is whether the negative or positive the roots are, by just seeing the equation. Now in the first equation, basic equation is ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0. When we see an equation like this, first see what is c's sign. It is positive. So when it is positive, that means the roots will be having same signs. If alpha and beta are the roots, they both will be having the same sign. The roots will be having the same sign, either positive or negative. Okay, if the sign of c is positive, then the roots of this equation will be having same sign, that is negative and negative or positive and positive. It is determined by the sign of b. It will be having just the opposite sign of b. So here it is positive, so the roots will be negative. They will be both negative because here c sign is plus, so the signs will be negative. So when plus and plus comes, it is minus and minus. We just have to see what is the sign of c. Now the next form, that is ax square minus bx plus c is equal to 0. So first we have to, it will be having two roots. First we have to see what is the sign of c. It is positive, so they both will be having same sign. Okay, the two roots. Then the opposite of the sign of b, that is positive. So both will be positive roots. So if an equation comes ax square minus bx plus c is equal to 0, then both the roots will be positive. Okay, so here that is a sign convention when the equation is like this. Then the next form. What is the next form? Ax square plus bx minus c is equal to 0. So when c sign is negative, in the previous two forms it was positive, when c sign is negative, the two roots will have different signs, that is one will be positive and the other will be negative. Okay, it will be having two different signs, one will be positive and the other will be negative. Now, which one will be the positive root? So it is seen that one will be positive and one will be negative. Okay, now which is the positive root and which will be the negative root? The positive root will be the smallest value. The positive root or the lowest one will have the sign which is associated with b. Okay, now we told we have two roots, positive and negative. When ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, minus c is equal to 0, because of minus we will have different roots, plus and minus, and which will be the lesser value or which will be the smaller value? The smaller value will be having the sign associated with b, which is, what is the sign of b? It is positive. So the positive will be the smaller value. Example, if we take an example, if 5 and 4 are there, then 4 will be the positive value and 5 will be the negative value. Okay, so the sign associated with b will be the smaller value. If 18 and 20, 18 is smaller value, so it will be positive and 20 will be negative. 5 and 6, 5 will be the smaller value, positive value, and 6 will be the negative value. Okay. Now moving to the next. Ax square minus bx minus c is equal to 0. We have seen that when c is associated with minus sign, both roots will have different signs. Both the roots of the equation will have different signs. One will be positive and one will be negative. And what will be the sign of the smaller number? It will be the sign which is associated with b. So the smaller number will have minus sign. Okay, and positive number will have bigger sign. So now we have seen that when c is associated with a positive sign, then the roots will be what? Of same sign. And when c is associated with negative sign, the roots will be of different sign. And the sign of the roots depends upon the sign of b. The sign of the roots depends upon the sign of b. The first question is the first form, x square plus 9x is plus 20 is equal to 0. X square plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. So 20 into 1, a into c is equal to 20. So we have to factorize 20, which gives 10 into 2, but the sum should be 9. Now 5 into 4 is 20 and 5 plus 4 gives 9. As we have seen, c, the coefficient c is positive. So both the roots are of same signs. Both the roots will be having same signs. Now what will be the sign? The opposite of the sign of b, that is the sign will be negative here because it is plus 9x. Okay, so minus 5 and minus 4 will be the roots. Now the next question, x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Now 5 and 3 can be the roots because 5 into 3 gives 15 and 5 plus 3 gives 8. Now this is positive, so it will be having same roots. Now the sign of the root depends upon the sign of 8. It is minus 8, so the roots are both positive. So the roots will be plus 5 and plus 3. It is very easy. Plus 5 and plus 3 are the roots. So minus and plus comes, both the roots will be positive. Okay, we can see this and know whether the roots are positive or negative. Now how do we get it? 1 plus 7, 2 and 6, 3 and 5. Now 3 into 5 is 15, so we got plus 3 and plus 5 as the roots. Okay. Now if you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box. Actually see the sign of the coefficients C and B. Okay, here B sign is negative, so the opposite sign will be the sign of the roots, that is plus and plus. Here plus 3 and plus 5. Okay, the coefficient or the sign of C determines the sign of the roots. Now the next question, it is x square minus x minus 20 is equal to 0. Here what is the sign of C? It is minus. So if it is minus, the roots will be different. The root will be having two different signs. One will be positive and the other will be negative. Okay, one will be positive and the other will be negative. Now which will be the smaller one? Smaller one will be having the sign that as that of the sign of B. Here sign is minus 1. So minus will be, the smaller number will be having that negative value. Okay, so plus is bigger and minus is smaller. Now we have to factorize 20. 10 into 2 is 20, but the difference cannot be minus 1 or 1. And now 3 cannot be used. Now 4 into 5 is 20, but difference can be 1. So we can use 5 and 4. Here how the biggest value 5 is positive as we have written here, and the smaller value will be the negative, will be having the negative sign, that is here it is 4 because of the sign of B. Okay, now 5 will be bigger, plus 5 and 4 is smaller number. Now the next question, 2x square plus 3x minus 20 is equal to 0. This is the question. Here we will be having two roots. Because of the minus sign, it will be having roots of different signs, minus and plus. Because it is plus 3x, what will happen? Plus will be the smaller number and minus will be the greater number. Now we have to factorize 2 into 40, that is 2 into 20, that is 40, and the addition, the sum of the roots should be 3. Now 8 into 5 is 40 and 8 minus 5 is equal to 3, as we know that one root will be positive and one is negative. Now which one will be positive? The positive will be the smaller number. So 5 is the smaller number and 8 is the negative number. Easy enough. Now but the answer is just divided by the coefficient of x square, that is 5 divided by 2 and 8 divided by 2. Okay, now when we get this, we have to divide the number by the coefficient of x square, that is 5 by 2 and 8 by 2, which gives 2.5 and 8 by 2, that is minus 2. Okay, minus 8 by 2. Now moving on to the next equation. In exams, two variables will be given, two equations of two variables will be given, one is x and one is y. We have to find the relation between x and y, whether x is greater than or x is less than, or x is greater than or equal to, or x is less than or equal to, or it does not have any relation. By seeing the equation, sometimes we can understand what is the relation without solving the equations. So how can we see that, or how can we analyze the situation or analyze the equation by just seeing the equation? Now what happens if the roots are plus and minus of x and y? If minus and plus are the roots of, if x are having root of minus and plus and y is having plus and minus, how will we analyze? So we will write like plus and plus, minus and minus, plus and minus, minus, plus and minus. So plus here x or y can be greater, here x is greater, now here y is greater, and here either of the two can be greater. So here it cannot be determined. That is, if x and y are having the roots minus and plus, okay, if x and y are having roots of different signs, then the relation cannot be determined. Okay, so when does it come? When does this come? The roots are minus and negative. It comes when c's coefficient is minus. When c's coefficient is minus in both x and y, the roots cannot be determined. Okay. Now when x roots are both positive and y's roots are negative, we know that x is greater than y, and vice versa when y's roots are positive than x. I think you have understood this session. Now it is very easier to solve the equations if you study this well. So please practice more questions and try to solve this without pen and paper by just seeing the equations, whether it is positive roots, whether it will be having negative roots, and whether the relation can be found out just by seeing the equations. Try to do more questions. Now this is how we find out the root and the signs and the sign conventions we have given. Now we can practice the questions. So if you like this video, hit the like button and share. Bye.